John Campbell.
Does it make you do this?
You got a great spot.
Phil, what does it mean to you to win the Broyles?
Well, if you go back and look at the history of the Broyles and look all the guys that were nominated and the guys that were actually won it, it's very, very impressive. But really, it goes down to this shows our players, the way they come together, leadership here at the university. It's more of a team thing to me. I think it is, but it's a great honor. I had a lot of great people down there in Little Rock. It was a great place to be, and it was good. I had my family there. It was really enjoyable. But really, it's just an honor.
Did you know you were going to win like before, or was it a total surprise when they announced it? Did they give you a little heads up? Or?
No, they really don't give you a heads
No?
up. I almost, to be truthful, I almost stayed home. So I was forced to get on the plane and go on there and just to due respect for the Broyles and that. But it was hard after, the game you just went through, and then you got to turn around and head down to Little Rock. But no, they just they treat you just like everything else. You go through a routine, and you're there for maybe 24 hours, and they ship you back.
So you didn't think you were going to win? You must not have thought you were going to win.
Well, it's very hard to do the things. So you look at the guys that were on there, pretty impressive group of guys, and it was I think it was four offensive guys and one defensive guy. It's kind of a little bit outnumbered a little bit. So, but it was good. I knew, Mike Dunbrock was a guy that I was a GA with at Michigan State, so it was kind of interesting to see him there. We had time to talk about the things where he's been and where I've been.
You're kind of in the background a lot of times. Do you enjoy being in the background and not in the spotlight and just doing your job?
Well, I think, why you got into coaching was to help young kids,
Yeah.
It's more about them. I mean, really, what I do is just trying to help kids to play at the fullest, best potential they have, and hopefully I can get them there. If I don't, it's kind of like a failure on mine, so some kids don't get it. Some kids do reach their full potential, but I never got into it for awards or anything like that. I'd just rather coach my guys and leave me alone. Sorry about that, but
you have several guys on the defensive side who could come back next year. Cooper, but also Jay and Sebastian, guys like that. What do you do? You talk to them about their decisions? What do you tell them?
very little I talk to them, and one thing, everybody has to make their decisions in life, what they want to do. And this, for example, like Cooper, obviously he's very highly rated, first round pick, and what does he want to do? And the one thing you do, it's your life. I'm not going to be mad either way. You earn the right to make that decision. Other guys, you try to talk to them and say, hey, sometimes it could be your last time playing, in college ball, and, not everybody makes it in the pros. It's very rare. So you got to make your own decisions for your own reasons. And it's kind of like what I've done for my career. I do the same thing. I make my decisions based on what I think is important to my family.
Can you talk about Castro and his rise? And I haven't seen a safety close like he does. Where did that come from, that improvement?
I think it comes within, We watched him when he was in high school. He's a guy that's very active, and one thing, he's full go. Once he sees where the ball's going, he knows how to get there and knows what angles to take. And usually when he comes there, he gets in there with a good attitude of, wants to deliver a blow. And that's one thing. If everybody would do that, at all times, it would be really interesting, to see how we would be then. But, it's hard to do that every day, and he's just one of those guys that has it in him. He loves the game of football, and it's a simple game. Tackle the guy with the ball, and he sees where the ball is, and he goes fast and hard.
I know it was
a little bit about.
Oh.
Go ahead, Scott.
I know it was a special teams play, but one of the players you recruited and was a backup, Cohen, entering this play in the